Okay, hello once again, my friends. Today I thought I'd talk about something that may be important for a lot of people. Things like the pandemic lately and the big blackout in Texas, especially, and even a few years ago, 9/11, and those kinds of things made me think about redoing this idea. Now, I used to do this in this commercial camp set I bought. This pot like this, I would have like things like what you'd expect: instant oatmeal, cup of soup, some beef jerky, peanuts, raisins, that kind of thing, and even a few entrees like those Knorr entrees and stuff. And there was a whole bunch of campware that went like this plate that fit inside. There was a set of I don't know 3 or 4 plates and a couple cups and some dishware. And I did it for years. I had this in the truck, and I had one of those little camp stoves, one of those little Coleman liquid gas camp stoves that you pumped up, a single burner one that went along with it. And I had in the truck for years, and it was useful in a lot of situations. Like you'd go out fishing or hunting, and you'd think you're only going to go for a couple hours of the afternoon, especially fishing. The fish would really start biting when it got dark, and that kind of thing. You'd decide to stay overnight and sleep on the beach or sleep in the car or the truck and fish all night. And so that kind of thing would come in handy when you were out doing that kind of thing. But it occurs to me, I've worked on a more compact version of that. I've been working on one lately anyways. And I got ideas from YouTube from a bunch of commercial stuff too. I don't know. Anyways, this is the deal. I'll show you this. This is the whole cookware and kitchen set. This is an option I'm thinking of including. We'll skip that for now, but it's 18 tea light candles. And I've been experimenting with heating food up and cooking it using tea light candles. And so far, I could warm up a can of beans or a can of beef stew on tea light candles with the rig. So we'll get into it here. I'll start opening it. It's all shrink wrapped. And the core of it is a bread loaf pan. Betty Crocker, $3.50 a Dollarama in Canada here, $3.50. And the only modification was I drilled 4 holes in. I'll show you more about that later. So that's the core of it. Let me make sure the camera's on. Yes, the camera's still running. This is a big demo, so I don't want to blow it. Okay, I'll start opening up. Now, like I say, on YouTube I've been watching all these stuff, commercial survival kits and this kind of thing commercially available. And I don't know, it seems to be quite a rip-off. Like the survival kits, you get those little survival kits in different sizes, and you pay like $120 for it, and inside there's like a $50 or $60 folding knife. And it seems like some of those things are just designed to market the knife, and they buy a bunch of off-the-shelf stuff. They don't really give it much thought. Oh, did you notice in my mini survival kit thing I had two zip ties? That's kind of my making fun of it all. Like, zip ties. What are you going to use zip ties out for in a survival situation? Sure, you can lash a couple things together, but they're one use, and they take up so much room in a little kit. That was kind of like a little joke of mine. So, off the top. So, like I say, instead of the commercial stuff, you want to do something like this on your own. It cost me maybe $10 for all the hardware, less than that, and the stuff is just stuff you collect. So, first off is we got a plastic bag to use for different purposes. But the first thing you're going to want to do when you start emptying this thing is have something to put it in. And so this is just a standard shopping bag, one of these ones that they sell nowadays, or they give you, they cost like a dime each. So there, you got that to put stuff in once you start taking it out. Because if you were in a bush situation, this would come in handy. No backpack, that kind of thing. So that's the first thing that's in there. And a plastic bag for your water, whatever, forage. Put there. This is just 10 paper towels, because for whatever you use paper towels for, bum mud, that kind of thing. And inside of here, I have 2 big plastic bags. I forgot to prepare this crap. There's 2 bags this size, And one of the little white shopping bags that fits it. And this is kind of the thing. You see these little, this bag just fits. Now, they give you bags like this for water and some survival kits and stuff, but they're so awkward to handle, just a bag full of water. So you get these little white shopping bags that fit the bag, and I got an example here, and you can carry the water around. You've got something to carry the water around. See on the inside, if you have to call water, water's kind of a separate issue from the kit. But I included this, and if you need to make it easier to handle, you can use tape. There's a little bit of tape, but not much, or something like that, and tape it to the side here, and then cut a little slot, and you just peel a bit open, and you can use it to pour it out. But anyways, even if you don't do that, this is a lot easier than just a bag. So in this thing, there's 2 bags like this, and 2 big bags, as well as, well, that was in here. Where was that? Coffee filters. Oh, they're in there, yeah. There's 3 coffee filters in there. Along with the 2 plastic bags, 2 of each kind. There's 3 coffee filters for filtering water. No, I don't know. I'm kind of ambivalent about water treatment tablets. They're a chemical you put in the water, and some of them take a long time to be safe, like an hour, half an hour. If you can boil water, boiling water for 10 minutes makes does this exactly the same thing as the treatment, and there's no chemicals. So I'd much rather prefer. But you could include water treatment tablets and things like that. So now we'll get on to the main goodie here. This is the cook set and the pantry. Gets it off. It should be reasonably watertight. I don't know if it's waterproof. You notice I shrink wrap it. I hate working with shrink wrap. Uh-oh, this might be harder than I thought. Maybe I should. Well, you want to save the foil. Well, there you go. That's well sealed. Bear with me here while this is really good tape. Yeah, most of the time you try to trade the shrink wrap on the tape, but this stuff is sticking so good, I wouldn't bother. Okay, bear with me. Hope I can get through all this in less than 15 minutes. One day I'll be a big YouTube star and I can make half-hour videos instead of the 15 minutes YouTube allows. I gotta get more people to view my channel and subscribe. Okay, so this kind of thing would be really useful in a lot of places. Like, if you got a long commute home and it's dependent on the grid, and you get trapped at the office for the night, nothing to eat, or the grid shut down, the restaurants aren't delivering, you could make something up like this and put it in the bottom of your desk drawer and keep it there. Or, like I said, like the hunting and fishing thing, or your girlfriend kicks you out and you're homeless. Yeah, put one of these in the trunk of the car, at least you got a hot meal while you're sleeping in the car. Yeah, that's just the tea light thing works. Well, there's a couple other places, like I say, Texas, where the grid was out this winter for a long time. That was bad for a whole week. Must have been really bad for people. Well, cook set like this, and you could at least have a hot meal or two while you're waiting for the grid to come back up. There's lots of places you could use it. The bug out, okay. And it's small. You could actually use this as a starter backpacking cooking set. It costs you less than $10 and you'd be good to go once I show you everything that's in here. Now, I'd add a few other things, but this is the basic minimum. All right, we're getting close to this. Everybody getting excited. Okay, so first off, this is just a piece of heavy tin foil. Most of this was made from these kinds of things you get at dollar stores. You can get this fairly heavy aluminum cookware at all kinds of dollar stores. There's different sizes, different shapes. I found some. So this first one is mostly just to protect the bottom too. But that would have its uses too. You could cook on it. Use it for a little table, like a little clean surface to work on while you're cooking. Okay, so that's just the top layer. Now these are the interesting ones I thought of. Notice how these are scored. I did that, and they're scored in different directions, so they'll fold easier. And I set it up so that this one will fold up into your cup if you fold along the score lines. And I might do a video doing it. This one will fold up into your cup about that size. And this holds about as much as a coffee mug. I checked it out. And the second one folds up into your little bowl or plate, whatever you want to call it, like that. So that's what those two fold up into. No, I forgot to add a couple things. If you want to make a bigger version of this kit, and I would for different reasons. Now it's small and compact as it is, the way I showed you there when I first opened it. It would make a great starter kit. You got a decent cup to start with, your own cup and plate. It would make a decent starter kit for a backpack hiker if you were just starting out. It would work any good for lots of things. And it would boil water quick. That's why I like this big design. For the depth of the water, there's a big surface area, so ideal for camping and hiking on a fire. Now, if you want to make a bigger version, you can put 2 cake pans together like this, and you have a lot more room. Now, what I would like, instead of my versions here, is it'd be nice to have a plastic lid that's bulged up about this much, about this high, about 1/2 inch, but a plastic lid that's snapped on. You could fit more stuff in. And it would be nice to have a cup that would fit, like it would be exactly the same shape as this, but cut off like about that big, so it fit perfectly in there with a flat handle here, and that would take up no room at all, and you'd have a cup. Now, I might look into getting that 3D printed. But anyways, that's something I forgot to add. Hopefully I'll add it into the video.